From classics to fantasy to modern romance, these are some Black women authors whose work you should be reading. First, we have Bolu Babalola. She is one of my favorite romance writers ever. She wrote Honey and Spice and Sweet Heat, but a lot of people don't know that she also wrote a collection of short love stories, Love in Color, which is also really good. A lot of beautiful, lovely love stories that I really, really enjoyed. Everyone should read her work, especially Honey and Spice, and especially Sweet Heat. Sweet Heat is my favorite book by her. Tia Williams, she's also a romance writer. A lot of people know her for 7 Days in June. She also wrote A Love Song for Ricky Rock, which is one of my favorite books. And she wrote The Perfect Find, which has been turned into a Netflix movie. Kennedy Ryan, the queen of romance writing. My favorite book by her is Real. I think one of my favorite things about Kennedy Ryan stories is that she always incorporate, well, not always, but like a lot of times she do incorporate characters with disabilities. For example, in Real, the protagonist deals with an autoimmune disease and it shows how it affects her everyday life. And I just love that it gives insight to what it's like living with these disabilities. Christina Forrest, also another amazing romance writer. She wrote the cutest trilogy. I don't have the third book, but the trilogy centers on the love stories of three sisters. And the first one is The Neighbor Favorite, which is my favorite. It follows the love story of the youngest sister. Cute love stories. Everyone should check out her work. A lot of romance, but here is some fantasy. Tigis Germa. I just finished Immortal Dark like a few weeks ago and I enjoyed it so much. And I'm so excited to read Eternal Ruin. So this is a dark academia series. It's about black vampires and yeah, everyone should check out her work. Now onto some classics. Toni Morrison. Toni Morrison is arguably one of the best, greatest American writers of all time. She inspired me to become a writer. I remember when I read The Bluest Eye when in high school, and I remember just being so moved by her writing, so moved by her storytelling. Favorite book by her is Sula. Now for this next one, I will be taking my own advice as this would be the first work I read by her, but N.K. Jemisin. So I've heard that N.K. Jemisin is a phenomenal sci-fi writer. I'm so excited for this one. I will be putting up a review once I finish this book. Assata Shakur. This is one of my favorite books ever. Assata Shakur is one of my favorite poets. I didn't even know she was a poet. I just thought she was a black revolutionary. I just hold this book very dear to my heart. Zora Neale Hurston, another phenomenal classic American author. I really enjoy her work. Most of her stories take place during the Harlem Renaissance between like the 1920s and 1930s. And one of her most popular works is Their Eyes Were Watching God, which I read 2 years ago. Last week I finished Hitting a Straight Lick with a Crooked Stick, which is a collection of short stories. Read Zora Neale Hurston. And those are just some of my favorite black women authors, but if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. I would love to see them.